I'm sure as a career-long member of the Reps, Craig Emerson, you would have understood absolutely your superiority in the pecking order. You didn't defer to senators, did you, about whom very unsavoury things have been said over the years by senior Labor figures?
Well, they have indeed, but before I get to that, I recall Gary and I would go to those church services because we're both old boys of St Patrick's College, Strathfield, so we'd always say hello to each other at those church services to open the Parliament. But to answer your question, I was always, again, intimidated. Your viewers are probably saying this guy must have lived in fear the whole time I was in Parliament, but more so in the early stages, because I did make that journey over when Senator Joseph Ludwig was making his first speech. And there's an imaginary line there somewhere in the Senate, and I walked across it, to which senators from both sides said, "Mr. President, there's a stranger in the House." So you've got to know your rules in the Senate, and they are so mystical that I think the only trained senators know them. So usually the feeling of House of Representatives members in the Senate is that we're bumbling around, breaking all sorts of rules and crossing all sorts of imaginary lines, to the great consternation of our superiors in the Senate.
Dear me, I hope you were appropriately castigated.
Oh, it was. It was. I think what happened is that I got lost and I actually entered at the part of the opposite end, the wrong end of the Senate. So I came through where the President of the Senate would come through. To me, that wasn't a really big deal, but apparently it is a really big deal to senators.
Actually, the